Now, many of you have the book, The Spiritual Journey of Joel Goldsmith by Lorraine Sinkler. And I think at this particular point in our study, it would benefit us to look at this passage on page 145. I'm going to read it to you. This is Joel speaking. From my background of 30 years, I will tell you this. I still do not know what it is all about or how it is done. I still do not know how God functions or why the spiritual activity is what it is. I cannot grasp it. The best I am able to do is to release myself and let it grasp me. I do not have the faintest idea of what it is or how it is that some of the great miracles we are witnessing are performed. I only know that in proportion as I am able to release myself from faith in what I think I know, in that degree, something takes place and produces effects on this outer world. Now that's the top of page 145. And the reason I felt you should be aware of that right now is because in these exercises we are learning, when you have the trust in the intelligence of God, you will feel completely the way Joel expressed it. You see, if you have the faith in God's present intelligence, what is there for you to do? Other than to be conscious that God's intelligence is present, that it is functioning, that it is where you are, that it is unconditioned, that God is doing it. You say, well, what about this that I see, which is so terrible? Well, that's exactly the point. What you see that is so terrible cannot be there because God's intelligence is functioning there. You must know God's intelligence is functioning there. And if you do not know that, you're separated from that intelligence, and that is why you're experiencing this terrible thing that is there. Come out of human thought. Come out of the appearance that is there. Don't let this mechanical universe come through you and express this terrible thing and fool you into believing it. I refuse to believe what the human mind pictures. It pictures birth. It pictures death. These are lies of the human mind. It sees an old man and a baby, but only spirit is there. It sees the adulteress, but only spirit is there. God's intelligence is maintaining the spiritual universe, and only spirit is there. The human mind is a liar. It will trick you into believing what isn't there. It will trick you into believing that God's intelligence is not operating there. And it's up to you not to let it do it. Your third day will be the exercise of perfection. The contemplation of perfection. Again, if you know that you are spirit, that spirit is perfect, then whatever appears to you imperfectly is the mechanical world-mind appearance, which is never happening outside but is only happening within your mind. That imperfection is like the chair, like the table, like the lamp, like the clock, like the wall. They appear to be out there, but you're only looking at your mind. And the imperfection you see is your own mind. Spirit is the substance of every real form, and spirit is perfect. Therefore, the imperfection you see is not spiritual, but is only a mechanical mind form that you are looking at, which is in your own mind. It is your mind itself. Your mind, which is reporting the error, is the error that it is reporting. And because you are willing to accept that because all is spirit and therefore all is perfect, this error is impossible, now you're taking control. The world life stream was fighting to control your mind, to give you the sense of mind which could see evil. Most of our human lives it has succeeded in doing just that. We are living in the kingdom of heaven, where perfection is the law. This is our contemplation. And in this contemplation, as we get glimmers of this truth, as we understand this truth, as we become this very truth, as we know that I am the perfection of spirit, we are building that spiritual consciousness which one day will not react to the imperfections that appear in mind. You have never seen an imperfection in this world that has been outside of your mind. The only place it could be is in your mind. When you overcome that imperfection and know that it is not there, but it exists only in your mind, you will find the secret of I have overcome this world. Now trust that perfection. As Joel said, I don't know how it works, but it does. All I need do is trust it, rest in it, remain in it, abide in it. Remain in the consciousness that the omnipresence of Spirit, the omnipresence of God, the omnipresence of truth, the omnipresence of harmony, the omnipresence of perfection are all facts. They're never withdrawn, they never diminish, they are always fully expressing where you are and everywhere else. All things were made by Spirit, and without Spirit nothing was made. The mechanical world mind, throwing ideas at you that you convert into form, begins to lose more and more of its false potency. Why, you even reach the point of seeking no healing, because you trust the perfection of God to be where the human mind had reported that a healing was necessary. Pick up your bed. Who convinceth me of imperfection? Nothing is stopping us from living in perfection except the duality of the human mind which didn't know. I am the Spirit, I am the truth, I am the perfection now. There's nothing about me that is imperfect. I am the living Spirit. And all that was imperfect never was me. But I didn't know it. I was not living in the kingdom of heaven, of spirit, here on earth now. I was worshiping a God up there. Your power is where the Spirit is, and that is where you are. Remember, your spirit is the spirit of your neighbor. So wherever you turn, you're turning from the spirit of you here to the spirit of you there. There's never any space or separation or distance or time. You're moving through the one infinite spirit of perfection, developing the capacity to watch the false appearances of imperfection because you know how they come into appearance. That's your third day.